A 28-year-old Kenyan chef named Maurice Njuguna has been arrested by the Kenyan police after killing his wife Rispa Ndunge and trying to cover up her death in Ruiru, Kiambu County. The couple both worked in an eatery located in Kamakis. Maurice worked as a chef, while his wife Rispa worked as a cashier. Although their signing-in hour is similar, however, by the end of the day's work, only one of them would leave early, and Maurice was the one who usually got home first, around 10 p.m., while his wife, Rispa, had to stay back to balance sales for the day. And most times she returned home around 12 midnight, sometimes 3 a.m. in the morning, to wake up early again to repeat the cycle of work. However, Maurice was not convinced that it was only balancing sales that his wife was doing by the end of the day's work. Maurice began suspecting Rispa of cheating on him, using balancing sales as a disguise. And this actually put a strain in their relationship. Apparently, Maurice probably wanted her to come home earlier than the later time she usually comes back. But it's unclear the nature of the job or how big the restaurant was and how long it might take her to balance the sales for the day. But this situation caused a problem in their marriage, leading them to fight every now and then. So on the 9th of the 17th of April 2023, Rispa returned home by her usual time, and it led to a fight, a serious one that eventually led to her death. It is not very clear how he killed her, but sources believe that he may have slammed her head to a wall, causing her death. However, what he did after she had died is what many people consider the most stupidest thing ever. Again, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. A lot of people in such delicate situations. Of course, it was a fight. Couples fight. But when things get out of hand, you have to do the necessary thing. Rush her to a hospital, because it's most likely possible that she did not die instantly. And even if she died in the hospital, it will be clear that you did not deliberately mean to kill her. And that is why it is hard to tell when a victim is caught by the end of the day if they meant to kill the person or if indeed it was an accident that happened during a fight. Because what Maurice did next after his wife passed out during their fight shows that he might just be as sick as he appears to be. The next morning on the 18th, after they had had the fight on the 17th, Maurice showed up to work like nothing happened, leaving his wife's body at home. He went on to tell his boss and other colleagues that his wife had quit and that she was traveling to an unspecified location. The funny thing is that Rispa and Maurice had just recently gotten married, 5 months before this incident. Like she literally moved into his house 5 months before this horrible incident. So clearly she was a new bride. And obviously they did not have children. That is why maybe the fight went as far as it went. So after convincing his colleagues and his boss that his wife was no longer working there and that they should get someone in replacement, he went on to do his work as a chef, made food, went on about his day like nothing happened. So after work that day, on his way home, he bought a sack bag and a traveling suitcase. It was said he stuffed his wife's body inside the traveling suitcase and put the suitcase inside the sack bag. And it just gets a lot more stupider, if that is a word. After doing that, around 9:30 p.m., he dragged the sack bag of suitcase containing his wife's body and dumped it in front of another house, not very far from his. Still in the same community, still in the same county. And by daybreak, the owner of the house where Rispa's body had been dumped found the suitcase, found the body, and realized what was inside, and immediately informed the police. And of course, it wasn't very long before the killer was found. When the police started the investigation, they started looking around for CCTV footages. And when they saw a house around that neighborhood that had a CCTV camera, they requested to see the footage, and voila, they saw Maurice dragging the box down to this innocent man's house. When it was announced that the body had been found, Maurice disappeared. He ran away to a village and decided to clearly not face the music because he knows now that he has been caught. I mean, what was he thinking exactly? Like, what were you thinking was going to happen, Maurice? 3 days after Rispa's body was found, Maurice was also found in a village where he was hiding. His mobile phone was traced there. He was immediately arrested. Sources said he tried or planned to escape and run away from Kenya as a whole, but he did not have enough money. Well, glory be to God. He was taken back to his house so he could explain how he killed his wife, and when they went back home, they still saw bloodstains of his deceased wife still in the house. Clearly, he hadn't cleaned up. And that's how you know that he was probably panicking or scared as to what to do after his wife passed. The writing should have been taken out to the hospital, and you will still get to face the music then, but at least it will not make it seem as though you did it deliberately. You may just go in for manslaughter, but now that you've been caught escaping, disposing of her body, yeah, you will face murder charges. Ironically, another suspect was arrested regarding the death of Ricepa, and that was Morris's cousin, Francis, because it turns out that after Ricepa died, Morris gave Ricepa's phone to his cousin, Francis. Sources believe that he was also in the house when the fight happened and might have helped him dispose of the body, but the CCTV camera only caught Morris, so the only thing implicating Morris's cousin was a mobile phone that belonged to Ricepa. As at the time of making this video, Morris is facing trial and may possibly face maximum sentence, which I hope he does because I don't see any defense for him right here. And I do hope he goes to jail. It's just unfortunate that this had to happen to a young woman who was only mostly possibly doing her job. I mean, she had just gotten married to you 5 months earlier. And if you had an issue with her with the job or coming late at the job, Morris, you could actually stay with her and help her do the cashier job. If you thought she was cheating on you, then stay back with her. As a husband and as a wife, shouldn't that be what you should do? It's you guys both work in the same place. Stay back, help her, balance the cashier, and you both go home together. Or you go home and balance it at home. Because I understand that there is no reason why somebody would have to stay at their workplace up to 3 a.m. to balance what and then come back. No, that I can understand the frustration there, and I can see why Morris may have been suspicious. But at the same time, there was a clear way out of this. There was a way this would have been avoided. The first way would have been Morris, like I said, staying back with the wife to finish her job. Maybe with him, she would be done faster. And then they both go home the same time. That way you can't suspect her of branching out. Or find a way to take the work home and you let her work at home to balance what does she need to balance it? Maybe if they needed a computer, I guess. And if that wasn't conducive enough, it would have also made sense if, she got another job that did not take so much of her time. I just felt this would have been fixed in a better way. Couples go through this a lot. It's easily fixable. It's so unfortunate. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the story. Don't forget to like, share, comment. And if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos that come on. You can also click on the bell button to turn on notifications. So whenever there is a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you for watching.